Okay, welcome back to Bounce Around Charleston. Forte Jazz Lounge. And it's on King Street. And I have here with me King Hollywood. He is the operations manager. And Joe Clark, he's the owner. They're going to tell us about some wonderful events that's about to take place at the lounge. Welcome to Bounce Around Charleston.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, tell us about the lounge.
Well, about 6 months ago, we came up with this plan to have a venue where jazz musicians can be the focus of a room instead of somewhere in the corner being enjoyed in that way at a restaurant. So I know dozens of musicians who deserve a little spotlight, and so the plan is to have this place have dozens of local musicians, and eventually we'll start bringing musicians from the region and maybe even national names.
Okay, so why jazz music?
Well, I've been a jazz musician since I left college a while back. And it's I feel like it's great music, it's American music, it's important music. And one of the problems I found being a teacher of jazz piano for the last 18 years at the School of the Arts is that there are no, I always say this, G-rated opportunities for students and young people to listen and to actually play jazz, because jazz is always played in bars and restaurants, and that's all great and everything, but they don't get those opportunities. So I wanted to create a place that's more of a theater atmosphere rather than a bar or a restaurant where folks can just sit and listen, and we came up with this idea of having a lounge where people can really relax and feel like maybe they're in their living room listening to a live performance of jazz.
Okay, so King Hollywood, tell us about some of the performances.
Well, the second we start with Richard White, and then we have Rochelle Green, which would be on Saturday. So it's every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. There's 2 shows each night. There's a 7 o'clock show and a 9:30 show. So that's from big band to smooth jazz to classical jazz, funk, jazz fusion. So everything that's in a category of jazz will be at Forte Jazz Lounge.
So are these local artists?
They're local, and like we said, we're going to get into some national artists. We've reached out to Maceo Parker from the James Brown Band, so we're waiting on contacts to hit us back on, so we can get them in our lineup.
So if outside people have an interest in performing, how do they contact you?
Just give us a call at the Forte Jazz Lounge, and I've had the hardest time remembering our number, but I think it is 843-637-4931. That's correct.
And if people watching know someone that's interested, they can give them the information.
That's right.
Okay, now I noticed that we're doing performances in August, but then there's a great grand opening when?
September 5th. It's a Thursday night. We're looking at doing a ribbon cutting with Mayor Sumney, Tecklenburg, and the Mayor of Hollywood. So all of our local government, city officials, and business owners that's on the peninsula of Charleston, you are invited to come out September 5th.
Because there's someone called Joe Clark Big Band.
Right, that's a 19-piece band, and this is Joe Clark.
Oh yeah.
A
it's all coming together.
19-piece band.
Yes, it's a big band.
And they will be performing at the grand opening.
At the grand opening, September 5th.
Okay, and well, we're going to list all these events on the website. We want people to go there.
Awesome.
So they can find out all that's happening at Forte Jazz Lounge.
Yes, sir.
Well, I think it's a wonderful thing that you're opening this up so that jazz artists can have a place to do what they need to do. Am I correct?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now, for more information, www.fortejazzlounge.com, and you can go there even for your tickets. Am I correct?
That is correct.
Okay. You heard it right here on Bounce Around Charleston. Coming up next, Low Country Weekend, host and producer Wagner Bradley, after this break.